Hey everyone, Jason Hoffman here, aka the Land Rebel, your neighborhood land investor and serial entrepreneur. And today I want to answer the question: is investing in land a good idea? And yes, it's a great idea. Um, and I'll tell you why. I love land investing myself. I love it personally for my own investment portfolio. I also love it as a business, which is actually what I first came to land in investing. And when I first kind of discovered it and first actually took action, it was actually to build a business land investing. But that aside, I've always been a huge fan of real estate holdings. And I love land because it's cheap, it's affordable, it's accessible, it's just so easy to takes out 90% of the headaches. Um, so yeah, land is a very nice investment because it's a nice sense of security for one. It's sort of like a savings account, and it's an awesome savings account because you can actually use it. And a lot of times it has built-in profitability already, especially if you're picking it up wholesale. So on top of that, so it's even just the concept of a savings account, it's nice. We all know that real estate is always going up over time. So land really does hold value. It's a scarce resource. They're just not making any more of it, right? So it's nice. And as far as like the type of land that I specialize in, this being like rural, a lot of times off grid, cheap, undeveloped land, in varying levels of amenities, even like water, power, electric, things like that. But there's, being the day and age we're in now, there's so many creative and affordable opportunities um, for that kind of aspect of it. But it's nice as a savings account because it really does hold value. There's always a demand for land, and you can always use it yourself. You can use it as a place to go, a place to adventure and explore, hunt, fish, whatever. A lot of recreational opportunities. Um, it's a nice savings account. It's great for generational wealth if you want something you want to collect to pass down on to future generations. It's a nice tangible asset in that sense. Um, really low taxes. There's like, I mean, when you buy property, undeveloped property like outside of town, taxes are super low. I deal in properties that are basically under $20,000, really under $10,000. The property taxes on these things undeveloped, it's like $10 a year, $20 a year, maybe. It's virtually non-existent. It's an afterthought. So from a tax perspective, it's awesome. It's appreciating in value over time, and there's really no cost to hold it. Very low taxes, no maintenance because there's no development. It's just sitting there. It's just dirt. you know so from a maintenance standpoint, you don't have the tenants and termites and all those like headaches that you have maintenance as far as having developed residential properties or rental units, things like that. It's very hands off, so it's nice in that sense. You can just kind of collect it and hold it, and it's there for use, it's there for security. It's there when you need it in case some kind of like Armageddon situation, zombie apocalypse. You've got land. So yeah, I love it for these reasons. And like I said, like it's great for personal or business, right? I came into land investing for business. I wanted cash flow. I wanted a business that deals in hard assets. So that's really what drew me towards land investing. And in fact, I had discovered land investing and kind of like marinated and simmered on it for a couple of years before tackling it. had actually tried all sorts of other avenues as far as like entrepreneurship, digital nomad, passive income, semi passive income kind of stuff. I had tried all sorts of things: drop shipping, affiliate marketing, information products, blah, blah, blah. and none of them really like they were all great in their own way, but when things get a little wonky, like economic downturns, things like pandemics, those can have a real effect on other, businesses. Like I had a drop shipping business going into the pandemic, and it absolutely obliterated the business because I had no hard assets to really fall back on. Like it was just, yeah. So that's what really re-sparked, like had me revisit the concept of land investing. I was like, okay, I like this business model like drop shipping, but I need something that has some backbone, and that's where land investing came in. But I also, ever since I started this business, I also love collecting land myself because it is cheap, it's affordable. I can get it wholesale and I can hold on to it. Um, so it's nice. It's a very nice peace of mind. And buying and selling it, I can make, I can get chunks of money for cash sales, and I can also generate nice cash flow for terms deals, seller like owner financing properties that I own, sell them on terms, which provides nice cash flow over the course of several years. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. And the nice thing about it, you know, um, investing in land is the accessibility. This is like the main thing for me that I had no idea. I wish I had known 10 or 20 years ago. Because even when I was younger in my teens, I had always kind of um, tracked the real estate market. I saw all these properties like, oh my God, I wish I could buy that land so I can build this and that. Like I had this vision, but I never thought it was accessible. Even from a owner or seller financing, I always thought, well, I don't have credit, or I have bad credit, or I don't have the income, or I'm an entrepreneur, so my income is all over the place. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's terrible. So it's hard to kind of prove, that I have the ability to meet, so it's kind of, standard banks and loans and things, like I just don't qualify. So I always thought like, oh, well, real estate is outside of my reach, it's outside of my means. Well, no. I come to find out land in particular, particularly undeveloped land, these 20,000 or less kind of properties, you can buy, and you can buy them on terms, owner financing. And guess what? You need very little down to be able to like get that property into your possession to be able to use. um and it's also like, doesn't matter your credit. There's like no credit checks, no income verification, no banks, no realtors, no title companies if you don't want, like, so it's just, it's so simple and accessible, and that's what I love about land investing. So literally right now, if you have $500 in your bank account, you can go get a couple acres somewhere with $300 down, and $300 a month for however long. You can do that today. Like you can go find a property, you can put the down payment in, you can buy it, have the paperwork done by this evening, and you can go visit your property tomorrow if you want to. Like that's how easy it is. No income, like you just need to have the money for the down payment. Like, yeah, other than that, like it doesn't matter. So I had no idea until I started actually land investing as a business, that I realized how easily affordable and accessible land really is. So is it a good idea? I think it's a great idea. It's actually one of my favorite assets I've come across so far, that it has me most excited, because it's also, because it's a lower price point too, it's easier to move, because it's more genuinely attainable for people. Because I have done residential real estate, I have bought and sold homes and condos and things like that for myself, and that's been nice. But when I had those opportunities, but like reselling those does require a lot of extra. It does require a realtor, does require a title company, does require all these things, and it's a real hassle trying to cater to the realtors and the potential buyers and yada yada yada. You end up spending a lot of time and money and headache just getting things to move. Um, so yeah, land investing is a real breath of fresh air, because I can scoop up properties, buy them, sell them, and if they don't sell, like I can consider hanging on to it. I mean, but things move because it's more accessible. Like being able to sell a property for under 10,000, it's going to move a lot easier than something I'm trying to sell for 500,000. Um, so yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think of what else, but yeah, that's what had me most excited was realizing that I can, for one, even on a budget, you can get land. It's great, it's usable, like I was saying. What else? I mean, yeah, there's so many perks to buying land. So yeah, it's a great investment. It does hold value. It appreciates over time. It's really simple, um, and fun. And there's tons of it. Like even though it's a scarce resource and I'm not making any more, but there's tons of land out there. There's tons of land out there. It's really easy to find and to be able to kind of safely, buy and sell it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you as far as like questions. I want to answer as many questions as I can surrounding land investing. The first one, of course, being, is it a good idea? I would, in my opinion, it is a great idea, and yeah, I hope you find this helpful, and I hope it maybe inspires you to go out and maybe buy some land for yourself. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I am on Instagram at the Land Rebel. um, I have a website, choose.land. I have some land for sale. And other than that, take it easy.